The lamp in the small room glows softly. It has been glowing for a long time now. The flame inside the paper lantern barely moves, casting a warm circle of light across the wooden floor. Outside, the night has settled over the temple grounds like something that was always meant to be there. A single window looks out onto a garden. The garden is quiet. Stone paths wind through low shrubs and moss, and somewhere beyond the edge of sight, water moves slowly through a narrow stream. But the sound is distant, almost not there at all. The room itself is simple. A mat on the floor, a low table with nothing on it, the lamp. These things have been here for many years, and they will remain here for many more. Nothing in this room needs to change. Nothing is waiting to happen. The walls are old wood, darkened by time. If you look closely, you can see the grain of the wood, the way it curves and bends like something that once grew. The wood remembers being a tree. It remembers rain and wind and seasons passing. Now it simply rests, holding this small space together. Through the window, the garden waits in darkness. A few stones catch the faint glow from the lamp. The moss between them looks soft, almost black in the dim light. During the day, it would be green. But now, in the night, colors have faded into shades of gray and shadow. The air in the room is still and warm. It carries a faint scent of old wood and lamp oil, familiar and comforting. This is the smell of the room at night, the same smell it has carried through many years, through many seasons of rest. The flame in the lamp flickers once, then settles again. Breathing happens here without effort. The air moves in, and the air moves out. There is no need to guide it or watch it closely. It simply continues, the way the night continues, the way the stillness in the room continues. Beyond the garden, there are trees. Their shapes are barely visible against the sky. The sky itself holds no moon tonight, only a soft darkness that stretches in every direction. Stars may be there, somewhere above the clouds, but they are hidden. The night keeps its own quiet company. In the corner of the room, a small cushion rests against the wall. It has been there for as long as anyone can remember. Its fabric is faded, the color of old tea. Someone once sat on this cushion many years ago. Someone rested here in this same stillness, breathing the same air, watching the same kind of night settle over the garden. That was a long time ago, or perhaps not so long. Time moves differently in places like this. An hour can feel like a moment. A moment can stretch into something vast and unhurried. The stream beyond the garden continues its quiet movement. The sound of it comes and goes, like something remembered rather than heard. Water passing over small stones. Water finding its way through the darkness. It has been doing this for longer than the temple has stood here. It will continue long after. The lamp glows on. There is a path that leads from this room to the garden. 3 stone steps down, worn smooth by years of feet passing over them. The steps are cool now, holding the chill of the evening. No one walks on them tonight. They simply wait, as steps do, patient and still. In the garden, a single tree stands near the edge of the stream. Its branches spread wide, though in the darkness they are only a suggestion of shape. Leaves hang motionless. There is no wind tonight. The air is calm, holding everything in place. Somewhere in the distance, a temple bell might ring, or it might not. The possibility of the sound is almost as present as the sound itself. A bell that could ring, but chooses instead to remain silent. The silence is enough. Breathing continues, slow and easy. The chest rises. The chest falls. There is nothing to measure, nothing to count. Only the gentle rhythm that has always been there, that will always be there. The mat on the floor is soft beneath the weight of rest. It holds whatever rests upon it without complaint. This is what a mat does. This is what a room does. This is what a night does. It holds, and it waits, and it asks for nothing in return. The flame in the lamp casts small shadows on the walls. They move so slightly that they almost seem still. A shadow of the lamp itself. A shadow of the table. Simple shapes, familiar shapes, shapes that have been here through many nights before this one. Outside, the garden continues its quiet existence. The moss grows so slowly that it cannot be seen. The stones settle deeper into the earth, fraction by fraction, year by year. The stream carries water from somewhere far away to somewhere else, far away. All of this happens without hurry, without destination. The room holds its warmth close. The wooden walls keep out the cool of the night, though a little of that coolness slips in through the window, carrying the smell of damp earth and green things growing, the smell of a garden at rest, the smell of night. There is no need to think about what happened today. The day has passed, the way all days pass, and now there is only this, only the lamp, only the room, only the soft, unhurried presence of the night. A feeling might be there, somewhere beneath the surface, a heaviness perhaps, a tiredness that goes deeper than the body. This is all right. The room does not ask for the heaviness to leave. The lamp does not try to burn it away. It simply rests here too, like everything else, held in the quiet of this small space. The breath moves on its own now, in and out, in and out, like the water in the stream, finding its way without guidance, like the night itself, unfolding without effort. The window frames a small piece of the darkness outside. Through it, the garden is a suggestion more than a sight. Shapes that might be shrubs, a path that might lead somewhere. The tree by the stream, standing as it has stood for many years. Inside the room, the air is still. The flame barely moves. Everything that needs to be here is here. Everything that needs to happen is already happening. The cushion in the corner looks soft in the lamplight. Its faded fabric tells a story without words. A story of rest, of nights like this one, of people who came here carrying whatever they carried and found a place to set it down. The weight does not need to be named. It does not need to be understood or fixed or changed. It only needs a place to be. And this room is such a place. This night is such a time. Outside, the darkness deepens. Or perhaps it only seems to deepen as the eyes grow heavy, as the body settles further into rest. The garden waits. The stream continues. The trees stand in their patient silence. The lamp will burn for as long as it burns. Its light is enough. It does not try to illuminate the whole world. Only this small room, only this moment, only this breath and the next. Somewhere, a leaf falls from a tree. It drifts down through the darkness, unseen, landing softly on the moss. The moss receives it without sound. This is how things happen here. Quietly, gently, without announcement. The wooden floor is smooth beneath the mat. Generations of feet have walked across it, and the wood has worn to a soft sheen. It holds the memory of all those steps, all those nights, all those people who rested here. The body knows what to do. It has always known. There is nothing to fix, nothing to improve. Only this continuing, ancient and simple. The flame flickers once, twice, then settles back to its steady glow. The shadows on the wall shift slightly, then return to their familiar shapes. The room holds them all. The light and the shadows, the warmth and the cool air from the garden, the stillness and the barely there sound of water. Time passes the way water passes over stones. It does not hurry. It does not slow. It simply moves, carrying everything with it, leaving everything behind. The garden outside the window has not changed. The stones remain in their places. The moss continues its slow growing. The path winds through the darkness, leading nowhere in particular, leading everywhere. In the room, the lamp continues to glow. Its light touches the walls, the floor, the old cushion in the corner. Everything here has been touched by this light many times before. There is comfort in this. The familiarity of light falling on wood, of shadows settling into corners, of a flame that burns without asking anything. The stream beyond the garden sounds farther away now, or perhaps it sounds the same, and it is only the listening that has grown softer. The sound is there, somewhere at the edge of hearing. Water over stones. The endless patient movement of water finding its way. A heaviness might rest in the chest, a tiredness behind the eyes. These sensations are not problems to be solved. They are simply part of what is here, part of this night, part of this rest. The room holds them the way it holds everything else. The breath continues without effort, in and out. The body breathes itself, the way the heart beats itself, the way the night unfolds itself across the garden and the temple and the hills beyond. The mat is soft. The floor beneath it is solid. The walls hold their quiet warmth. Everything that needs to support rest is here, present and unchanging. Outside, a cloud might be passing across the sky, or the sky might be clear, holding only darkness and distant stars. It does not matter. The night is the night, however it appears. The rest is the rest, however it feels. The cushion in the corner has faded to the color of dried grass. Its edges are worn soft. Whoever placed it there, long ago, chose a simple fabric, a simple shape. Nothing ornate, nothing demanding. Just a place to rest when rest was needed. The lamp casts its circle of light. Within that circle, everything is clear. The grain of the wood, the weave of the mat, the gentle shadows that gather in the corners. Beyond the circle, the room fades into softer darkness, and beyond that, the garden waits in its own deeper dark. The stream sounds far away now, a whisper of water, almost imagined. The garden holds its silence. The tree by the stream stands without moving. The night stretches on, unhurried and wide. Whatever was carried into this room can rest here now. Whatever weight, whatever weariness, whatever unnamed feeling that settled somewhere in the body, it can rest. The room does not ask for it to be different. The night does not require it to change. The flame in the lamp burns low and steady. It has enough oil to burn through the night. It will be here, glowing softly, for as long as it is needed. And when it is no longer needed, it will simply fade, the way all things fade, gently and without fanfare. The wooden walls hold their memories in silence, all the nights that have passed within them, all the people who rested here, who breathed this air, who watched this same kind of lamplight falling on this same kind of darkness. They are gone now, but the room remains. The room always remains. Outside, the garden continues its quiet being. The stones do not move. The moss does not move. The path winds through the darkness, patient and still. Everything waits, and everything rests, and everything is exactly as it needs to be. The breath moves in. The breath moves out. Slow and easy. The body knows this rhythm. It has known it since the very beginning. There is nothing to learn, nothing to practice. Only this continuing, this gentle persistence of breath and heartbeat, and the slow settling of the body into rest. The mat holds its softness. The floor holds its strength. The walls hold their warmth. The lamp holds its light. Everything here is in the business of holding, of supporting, of being present without demand. A feeling might shift in the chest, something loosening perhaps, or something settling deeper. It does not need a name. It does not need attention. It simply does what it does, moving like water, changing like clouds, present like the night itself. The window looks out on nothing now. The darkness outside has grown so complete that the garden has disappeared into it. There might be stones out there. There might be moss and paths and the tree by the stream. But they are held in darkness now, resting in their own way, invisible and calm. The lamp is the only light. Its glow touches the window from inside, making it a soft mirror. A reflection of the room appears there, dim and incomplete. The lamp reflected. The edge of the mat. A suggestion of the walls. The room looking back at itself. Time has passed, though it is hard to say how much. Time moves differently here. An hour might be a moment. A moment might contain hours. The lamp burns on, and the night continues, and the breath rises and falls without counting. The cushion in the corner is barely visible now, a soft shape in the shadows at the edge of the lamplight. It rests there, patient and unneeded, ready if it is ever called upon, content to wait if it is not. The stream might still be flowing beyond the garden. It probably is. Water does not stop flowing just because it cannot be heard. It continues in its own way, in its own time, finding its path through the darkness, carrying whatever it carries to wherever it goes. Breathing continues. The chest rises. The chest falls. The rhythm is slower now, deeper perhaps, more settled. The body has found its ease. The body knows what rest feels like. It has been resting like this since the beginning of all nights, since the first darkness fell and the first tiredness came. The flame in the lamp might be smaller now, or it might only seem smaller as the eyes grow heavy. The circle of light it casts has not changed. The walls are still here. The floor is still here. The room is still here, exactly as it was. Whatever heaviness has come to rest here is welcome. Whatever tiredness, whatever weight that has no name, it belongs here as much as anything else. The room does not judge what comes through its door. The night does not ask what is being carried. They simply receive, simply hold, simply allow everything to be what it is. The garden outside is a memory now. The stones are a memory. The path and the moss and the tree by the stream, all memories held in the darkness, waiting for the light to return. But the light does not need to return yet. The darkness is enough. The rest is enough. There is nothing else to do. There is nowhere else to be. Only this room, this lamp, this soft presence of night surrounding everything like water surrounds a stone. The mat has grown even softer, or the body has grown more willing to rest upon it. The floor beneath is solid and good. The walls hold their quiet around the room like arms around something precious. A thought might drift through, the way a leaf drifts down from a tree. It comes and it goes, and the stillness remains. Another thought might follow, or might not. It does not matter. The thoughts are like clouds, like water, like breath. They move through, and the sky behind them stays clear. The lamp burns on. Its flame is a small, patient thing. It does not try to fill the room with light. It only offers what it has, a gentle glow, a circle of warmth, a place where the eyes can rest when they need something to rest upon. The stream is silent now, or too far away to hear. The garden waits in its darkness. The temple grounds stretch out beyond the window, invisible and calm. Somewhere out there, other rooms hold other lamps. Other nights unfold in other places. But this room is the only room that matters. This night is the only night. The body rests. The mind rests. The breath continues its ancient rhythm. Everything that needs to happen is happening. Everything that needs to be held is being held. The cushion in the corner has disappeared into shadow. The edges of the room have softened. Only the lamp remains clear, a single point of warmth in the gathering dimness. It is enough. It has always been enough. Whatever was carried here has set itself down. Whatever feeling made its home in the chest has found a place to rest. The room does not ask for gratitude. The night does not require anything in return. They simply are what they are, present and holding and still. The breath moves on its own, in and out. The rhythm is so familiar now that it barely registers. It is like the sound of the stream, always there, always moving, always carrying something forward into the next moment. The flame in the lamp flickers once, gently, then settles. The shadows shift on the walls, the smallest movement, then return to stillness. The room holds its peace. The night holds its depth. Everything here is at rest. Time continues to pass, though it has lost its edges. The lamp will burn for a while longer. The night will continue for a while longer. The breath will rise and fall for as long as breath rises and falls. There is no end to reach for, no conclusion to arrive at. Only this continuing, this gentle persistence, this presence that asks for nothing. The garden waits outside the window, held in darkness. The stones are there. The moss is there. The tree by the stream stands in its patient silence. They will be there in the morning when the light returns. For now, they rest in their invisibility, as quiet as everything else. The mat beneath is soft and familiar. The floor holds steady. The walls keep their warmth close. The lamp glows. These simple facts remain, unchanged through the hours. They are the foundation of rest, the ground upon which everything else can settle. A heaviness might still be there, somewhere in the body, or it might have dissolved, spread out into the stillness like mist spreading across a valley. It does not matter which. The room holds heaviness and lightness with equal ease. The night makes no distinction between them. The breath continues, in and out, slow and easy. The body breathes itself to sleep, the way it has always done, the way bodies have done since the first body needed rest. The flame in the lamp is smaller now. Its light has drawn in closer, touching only the nearest edges of the room. The walls have faded into shadow. The floor is a dim softness. Only the lamp itself remains clear, a small warm thing burning in the middle of the night. The stream might still be flowing. The garden might still be waiting. The tree might still be standing by the water, its branches spread against a sky that holds no moon. All of this might be true, is probably true. But it exists now at a great distance, far from this room, far from this rest. Everything here is simple. The mat, the floor, the lamp, the breath. These things have been enough for everyone who ever rested here. They are enough tonight. The night continues in its patient way. It does not hurry toward morning. It does not linger in the darkness. It simply moves, the way all things move, at its own pace, in its own time. The body has found its position. The heaviness has found its place. The breath has found its rhythm. Everything that was seeking has settled. Everything that was moving has come to rest. The lamp glows on, smaller now, but still present. Its light is a comfort, not because it illuminates, but because it is there. A small flame in a paper lantern, burning through the night, keeping company with whatever else is present. The cushion in the corner is invisible now. The walls are suggestions of walls. The room has become mostly darkness, with a single point of light at its center. This is how nights have always been. A small light, a great darkness, the breath rising and falling between them. Whatever was carried here has been set down. Whatever needed to rest is resting. The room asks for nothing more. The night asks for nothing more. There is only this continuing, this simple presence, this being here without needing to be anywhere else. The flame flickers. The shadows shift. Then stillness again. Then the slow rhythm of breath, continuing as it has always continued, will always continue through this night and all the nights that follow. The stream is a memory of sound now. The garden is a memory of shape. The tree by the water holds its branches toward a sky that might be there, that probably is there, somewhere above the darkness, somewhere beyond the small circle of lamplight. Rest has settled into the room like water settling into a still pond. There are no ripples now. There is no movement that disturbs the surface. Only the gentle presence of stillness, holding everything in its quiet embrace. The lamp burns lower. Its flame is a small golden thing, barely there, but still present. It will continue for a while longer. It has enough to burn through the night, through the slow hours that remain, through the gradual lightening that will come eventually. But that is far away. Morning is far away. There is only this night, this room, this lamp, this breath. There is only the mat beneath the body, and the floor beneath the mat, and the earth beneath the floor, all of it supporting, all of it holding, all of it present without demand. The breath moves in, the breath moves out, so slow now, so easy. The rhythm is the rhythm of sleep, of deep rest, of the body letting go of everything it does not need. The room holds its warmth. The walls hold their silence. The lamp holds its light. Everything that needs to be held is being held. Everything that needs to rest is at rest. The night continues. The darkness continues. The stillness continues. And somewhere beneath it all, the breath continues too, rising and falling, carrying the body deeper into rest, carrying everything gently into the quiet that has always been here, waiting. The flame burns on, small and patient. The light touches the edges of the room, the edges of the darkness, the edges of whatever separates rest from waking. It touches all of it gently, without insistence, without demand. The stream might be flowing. The garden might be waiting. The stones might be resting in their places, surrounded by moss, surrounded by night. All of this is possible. All of this is probably true. But it exists now at such a distance that it barely matters. What matters is here. The mat, the floor, the lamp, the breath. These simple things, repeated through all the nights that have ever been, continuing through this night, continuing on into whatever comes next. The body rests. The heaviness rests. The tiredness rests. Everything that needed a place has found one. Everything that needed to let go has let go. The lamp glows on, smaller than before, but still present. Its light is enough. It has always been enough. It will continue to be enough for as long as it is needed. And when it is no longer needed, when the eyes have closed and the breath has deepened and the body has settled completely into rest, the lamp will continue anyway. It will burn through the remaining hours of darkness. It will be here when the first light of morning touches the garden, touches the stones, touches the tree by the stream. But that is later. That is far away. There is only now. There is only this small room, this soft mat, this gentle lamp, this breath that continues without effort. The night holds everything. The darkness holds everything. The stillness holds everything. And somewhere within it all, rest has finally come, complete and whole, and asking for nothing more than to continue, just like this, just this quietly, just this gently, for as long as the night remains. The flame flickers once more, the shadows shift, then stillness, then the slow, deep rhythm of breath, carrying everything forward, carrying everything down, into rest, into quiet, into the peace that was always here, waiting to be found. The lamp burns on. The night continues. The breath rises and falls. And everything. The room, the garden, the stream, the stones, the tree, the darkness, the light. Everything rests together in the same great stillness, the same quiet presence, the same gentle night that will hold whatever needs to be held for as long as it needs to be held. The softness of the mat, the steadiness of the floor, the quiet warmth of the walls, the lamp still glowing, and rest continuing deeper, always deeper, into the stillness that was always waiting, that is always here, that asks for nothing but to continue, just like this, through the long, quiet hours of the night, through the darkness, through the peace that needs nothing more than itself. The flame is small now, so small, but still there, still glowing, still present. The breath continues, the night continues, everything rests, and the lamp burns on softly through the dark. The room has become very still, the kind of stillness that gathers over hours, that settles into corners and along the edges of walls. The kind of stillness that does not try to be still, that simply is what it is. The mat has molded itself to the shape of rest. The floor beneath continues to hold, as floors do, without complaint, without effort. The walls surround the small space with their old wood warmth, their memory of years, their quiet patience. Outside the window, the garden remains in darkness. The stones have not moved. The moss has grown imperceptibly, perhaps a fraction of a fraction, in the hours since the night began. The path still winds through the shadows, leading nowhere, leading everywhere, leading only to more darkness and more stillness. The stream continues its movement far away. Water over stones, water finding its way. The sound does not reach this room anymore, or perhaps it does, but has become so familiar that it is no longer separate from the silence. It has become part of the quiet, part of the night, part of everything that rests here together. The breath moves without thought, in and out. The chest rises and falls with a rhythm that belongs to sleep, to deep rest, to the body knowing exactly what it needs and doing it without instruction. The lamp casts its small circle of light. Within that circle, the wood grain of the floor is visible, each line and curve a record of growth, of years, of seasons that passed long before this room was built. The wood holds those years quietly now, as it holds everything quietly, asking for nothing, offering only its presence. A feeling of weight might still be here, settled somewhere in the body, in the chest perhaps, in the shoulders, in the space behind the eyes. The weight does not need to lift. It does not need to go anywhere. It simply rests, like everything else, held by the room, held by the night, held by the stillness that is gathered here. The cushion in the corner is part of the darkness now. Its faded fabric, its worn edges, its years of patient waiting, all invisible, all present, all resting in their own way. Time moves through the room like water through a still pond. It enters and exits without disturbance, without ripple. The hours pass, and yet nothing seems to change. The lamp glows. The flame burns. The breath continues. The darkness holds everything in its soft embrace. The tree by the stream stands in its own darkness. Its roots go deep into the earth, drawing water, drawing stillness, drawing whatever trees draw in the middle of the night. Its branches spread against the sky, though no one can see them now. They spread anyway, as branches do, reaching toward something they will never quite touch. The garden waits. It has been waiting all night. It will continue waiting until the morning comes, and then it will wait again the following night, and the night after that. This is what gardens do. They wait, and they grow, and they rest, and they begin again. Inside the room, the air has grown very still. The cool breath from the window has faded. The warmth of the lamp has spread through the small space, gentle and constant. Everything here is held at the same temperature now, the same stillness, the same quiet presence. The breath moves in. The breath moves out. So slow. So easy. There is nothing to count, nothing to measure. Only the continuing rhythm, ancient and simple, carrying the body deeper into rest. The mat is soft. This has been true all night. It will be true for all the nights to come. The softness of the mat does not change. It does not need to change. It simply offers what it has, a place to rest, a surface to receive whatever weight is placed upon it. The walls hold their memories, all the nights that have passed within them, all the people who have rested here, who have watched this same lamplight, who have breathed this same air. Those people are gone now, moved on to other rooms, other nights, other kinds of rest. But the room remembers them in its quiet way, without names, without stories, only the faint impression of presence, of weight, of breath. The flame in the lamp flickers so slightly that it might be imagination. The shadows on the wall shift, or seem to shift, or might shift. Then everything settles again into the same stillness that has been here all along. Whatever was carried into this room has found its place. The heaviness has found where it belongs. The tiredness has sunk into the mat, into the floor, into the earth beneath. There is nothing left to do with it. It simply rests now, alongside everything else. The window reflects the lamp in its dark glass. A small golden glow, repeated there, faint and far away. The room sees itself, seeing itself, seeing itself reflected in the night. But none of this requires attention. It simply is what it is, part of the continuing presence of the room, part of the quiet company of things. The stream might still be flowing. The water might still be passing over stones, finding its way through the darkness, carrying whatever it carries to wherever it goes. This is probably true. Streams do not stop in the night. They continue, patient and unhurried, part of a larger movement that has no beginning and no end. The body has settled completely now. The eyes, if they are closed, rest in their own darkness. The mind, if it thinks at all, thinks in shapes and colors, in fragments of dream, in wisps of memory that float like leaves on water. The lamp continues to glow. Its flame is smaller than before, but still there, still offering its light to the room, to the walls, to the darkness that surrounds everything. The light does not try to conquer the darkness. It simply coexists with it, offering what it has, accepting what cannot be changed. The cushion in the corner rests in its invisibility. The table rests in its emptiness. The mat rests beneath the weight it holds. Everything in this room has found its place, has settled into its role, has accepted what it is and what it is not. The night air carries a faint coolness through the window, so slight it might be imagined. The scent of earth and growing things drifts in with it, barely there, like a memory of the garden. The room receives this coolness, this scent, the same way it receives everything, without resistance, without comment, simply allowing what comes to be here. The night continues. The hours pass. The darkness neither deepens nor lightens. It simply holds, like water around a stone, like silence around a sound that has faded into quiet. The breath moves on its own, in and out. The rhythm is so slow now that it barely seems to move at all. The chest rises, pauses, falls, pauses. Each breath is complete in itself. Each moment is complete in itself. There is nothing missing, nothing lacking, nothing that needs to be added or changed. The garden outside the window holds its shapes in darkness. The stones know their places. The moss grows in its imperceptible way. The path curves through the shadows, familiar and forgotten, present and invisible. In another part of the temple grounds, a courtyard lies empty. Stone benches line its edges, cool in the night air. No one sits there now. The benches wait, as they have waited through countless nights, patient and purposeless. A small fountain at the center has gone quiet, its water still, reflecting nothing but darkness. These places rest too, in their own way, part of the same stillness that fills this room. The tree by the stream stands without moving. Its leaves hang still. Its branches reach toward the sky. Somewhere in its slow life, it knows this night, this darkness, this particular quality of air. It has known many nights like this. It will know many more. Inside the room, everything is still. The lamp glows. The flame burns. The walls hold their warmth. The floor holds its strength. The mat holds its softness. Everything holds everything else, and the night holds all of it together. A thought might drift through, light as smoke, and pass away again. Another might follow, or might not. The thoughts do not disturb the stillness. They are part of it. The way the flame is part of the lamp, the way the breath is part of the body, the way the darkness is part of the night. The weight in the chest, if it is still there, has become almost comfortable now. Not heavy in the way that burdens are heavy, but heavy in the way that rest is heavy, that sleep is heavy, that the body settling into deep quiet is heavy. It is the weight of letting go, the weight of not needing to hold anything up anymore. The lamp's light touches the wall beside the window. The wood there is darker, stained perhaps by years of rain that seeped through before the roof was mended. The stain is almost invisible in the dim light, but it is there, a record of something that happened long ago, something that has been absorbed, integrated, made part of the whole. The room absorbs everything in this way. The weight, the tiredness, the nameless feelings that arrive in the night. It absorbs them the way wood absorbs water, slowly, completely, until they are no longer separate from everything else. The breath continues, in and out. The rhythm belongs to sleep now, to the deepest kind of rest. The body has given itself over to the night, to the room, to whatever holds it here in this stillness. The flame in the lamp is very small. Its light barely reaches the walls. The room has drawn in close, become intimate, become a small circle of warmth in the middle of a great darkness. This is enough. It has always been enough. The garden waits in its patience. The stream flows in its persistence. The tree stands in its quiet strength. All of these things continue through the night, through all the nights, without needing attention, without requiring witness. They simply are what they are. The mat has become part of the body now, or the body has become part of the mat. The boundary between them has softened, dissolved. There is just rest here, just the presence of something at ease, something held, something safe, without needing to name it. Safety. The cushion in the corner holds its faded color in the darkness. The table holds its emptiness. The walls hold their warmth. Everything holds. Everything continues. Everything rests. The breath moves in. The breath moves out. So slow now. So gentle. Like the movement of clouds across a night sky, invisible and patient. Like the growth of moss on a stone, imperceptible and persistent. Like the flowing of water through darkness, quiet and endless. The night has no edges anymore. It stretches in all directions, holding the temple, the garden, the stream, the hills beyond. It holds this room too, this small space of warmth and light, this place where rest has gathered like water in a hollow. The lamp glows on. Its flame is a small yellow thing, barely there, but still present. It will continue until it is no longer needed. And perhaps beyond that. Lamps do not know when they are no longer needed. They simply burn until they cannot burn any more. The body rests in its heaviness, its lightness, its somewhere in between. The chest rises. The chest falls. The weight settles deeper, becomes more familiar, becomes less like weight and more like presence, more like being. more like the simple fact of existing here in this room, in this night, in this moment. The window is a dark mirror. The lamp reflects in it, small and far away. Beyond the reflection, beyond the glass, the garden waits in its invisible patience. The stones, the moss, the path, the tree by the stream, all of it there, all of it resting, all of it held by the same darkness that holds this room. Time has lost its shape. The hours might have passed, or might still be passing. It does not matter. Rest does not depend on time. Rest simply is when it is here, and it is here now, complete and present, and asking for nothing. The flame flickers, so slightly. The shadows shift, so softly. Then stillness again. Then the slow rhythm of breath, the only movement in the room, the only sign that life continues here in this quiet. Softness beneath, solidity below that, warmth all around. These things remain constant, unchanged. They are the ground of rest. They are the foundation upon which everything else can settle, can let go, can finally stop holding itself up. The stream might be there, beyond the garden. The water might be passing over stones. The sound might be traveling through the night, fading before it reaches this room, becoming part of the silence rather than breaking it. Everything here is as it should be. The lamp where it belongs, the mat where it belongs, the darkness where it belongs, the light where it belongs, the breath where it belongs, rising and falling, continuing its ancient rhythm, carrying the body through the night. A feeling of ease has settled over everything. Not the absence of heaviness, but something softer than heaviness, something that includes the weight without being burdened by it. This is what rest feels like when it has been allowed to fully arrive. When nothing is fighting it. When nothing is waiting for it to end. The garden holds its shapes in darkness. The tree stands by the stream. The water flows. The moss grows. The stones rest in their places. All through the night, all through all the nights, these things continue without need of witness. They continue because continuing is what they do. Inside the room, the lamp continues too. Its flame is small but present. Its light is dim but enough. The walls receive the light and hold it. The floor receives the light and holds it. Everything here is in the practice of receiving, of holding, of allowing what is here to be here. The body has found its rest. The weight has found its rest. The tiredness has found its rest. Everything that was seeking has settled. Everything that was moving has come to stillness. The night continues in its patient way. It does not hurry. It does not linger. It simply is what it is. A great darkness holding a small light. A vast quiet holding a gentle breath. A timeless space holding this particular moment. The mat, soft. The floor, steady. The walls, warm. The lamp, glowing. The night continues. Everything rests here together. The room, the garden, the stream, the tree, the stones, the darkness, the light, all of it held, all of it quiet, all of it at peace. The flame burns on, small and patient, present and warm. And the night continues, vast and quiet, surrounding everything. Only rest, only stillness, only the quiet continuing of all things through the dark hours, through the deep silence, through the peace that has always been here. The breath moves in, the breath moves out, slow and easy. The lamp glows on. The night continues. Everything rests. And somewhere, in the softness of the darkness, in the warmth of the room, in the quiet rhythm of breath and flame and stillness, rest deepens into something beyond rest. Something that needs no name. Something that simply is. The room holds this nameless thing the way it holds everything else. Without grasping. Without asking. Simply present. Simply open. Simply here. The walls have stood through many such nights. They have held this quality of stillness before, this depth of quiet. They will hold it again. The wood remembers, in its slow way, all the rests that have happened within it. The mat remembers too, all the weight it has received, all the bodies that have settled onto it, heavy with tiredness, heavy with the day, heavy with whatever they carried. The mat receives them all the same way, with softness, with patience, with the simple offering of a place to be. Outside, the garden continues in its darkness. The stones have not moved. They rest where they were placed, long ago, by hands that understood something about stillness, about arrangement, about the way things belong together. The moss between the stones grows so slowly that a lifetime would not see it change. And yet it grows. In the darkness, in the daylight, in the rain and the dry seasons, it continues its quiet becoming. This is what growing things do. They continue, whether anyone watches or not. The stream flows beyond the edge of the garden. The water passes over smooth stones, wearing them smoother still. In 1,000 years, those stones might be different. Tonight, they are what they are. The water accepts them as they are. Inside the room, the lamp continues its gentle burning. The flame has grown smaller through the hours, but it has not gone out. It holds its light close now, a small circle of warmth in the middle of the night. The breath continues, in and out. The rhythm has become so slow, so gentle, that it seems to belong to the room itself rather than to any one body. The room breathes. The night breathes. Everything breathes together, rising and falling in the same unhurried way. The cushion in the corner holds its shape in the darkness. No one sits on it tonight. It simply waits, as it has waited for many nights, content in its purpose, content in its patience. The floor beneath the mat holds the weight of rest. It does not complain. It does not shift. It simply holds, as floors do, solid and reliable, and asking nothing in return. The walls hold their warmth. The wood has absorbed heat from many days, many lamps, many small fires in winters past. It releases that warmth slowly, through the cool nights, offering what it has gathered. Everything here exists in its own quiet way. The lamp with its light, the mat with its softness, the floor with its strength, the walls with their warmth. the room with its quiet, the night with its darkness. And somewhere in the middle of all this, rest has gathered like water in a still place. The body rests in this gathering. The weight in the chest rests. The tiredness behind the eyes rests. The thoughts that might have been circling rest. Everything that was moving has slowed. Everything that was spinning has settled. Everything that was reaching has let go. The flame flickers once. The shadows shift on the wall. Then stillness again. The same stillness that has been here all along, that was here before the room was built, that will be here after the walls have returned to earth. The garden holds its stones. The stream holds its water. The tree holds its branches toward a sky that cannot be seen. Everything holds what it has been given to hold. This is the way of things. This is how rest becomes possible. The breath moves in. The breath moves out. Without effort, without thought, without any need for guidance or attention. The body knows this rhythm. It has known it since the very beginning. It will know it until the very end. The lamp glows on. Its light touches the nearest edge of the wall, the corner of the mat, the soft darkness that surrounds everything. The light does not try to reach further than it can reach. It is simply there. The darkness is simply there too. Time passes without measurement. The hours are somewhere, doing whatever hours do, but they do not enter this room. Here, there is only now. Only this breath. Only this stillness. Only this gentle presence of night and rest and quiet. The familiar softness of the mat. The reliable solidity of the floor. The gentle warmth of the walls. The steady glow of the lamp. These are the foundations of rest. They do not change. They do not need to change. They simply are, present and enough. The garden waits in its patience. The stream flows in its continuity. The tree stands in its stillness. The moss grows in its slowness. The stones rest in their places. Everything outside this window continues in its own way, unhurried and complete. Inside the room, everything continues too. The flame burns. The light glows. The shadows rest. The weight settles. The tiredness eases. The quiet deepens. There is nothing more to do. There is nowhere more to go. There is nothing more to become. Only this. Only rest. Only the simple fact of being here, in this room, in this night, in this moment, that asks for nothing and offers everything. The breath moves in. The breath moves out. The lamp glows on. The night continues. And rest. True rest, deep rest, the kind of rest that heals without trying to heal. Rest is here now, complete and whole and present. The flame burns smaller. The shadows soften. The quiet deepens. And everything. The room, the garden, the stream, the stones, the tree, the darkness, the light, the breath. Everything rests together in the great stillness of the night. Here. Now. Always.